Was Christopher's sobriety a threat to Tony's authority?
What are you talking about?
You've been like a ghost lately. You're around 1 second, next thing you're gone.
Not that simple.
Well, make it simple. This is how you repay me. I gotta worry if you're gonna flip over a nickel bag of white powder.
No, Tony, never.
Tomorrow I'm only gonna go with Patsy up to this rehab place in Pennsylvania.
You may be thinking, it seems like the last thing that Tony would see as a threat would be Christopher's sobriety. He's desperate for it. But I don't know if it's that simple, just like so many other things on The Sopranos.
They're all on board for the intervention, but skip one golf outing?
What are the 12 steps you on now?
The only one I haven't exactly done is go around to all the people I fucked over while I was using and apologize. I'm gonna take another run at the movie business. I know you haven't liked that in the past.
This renewed motivation and independent decision-making really threatens Tony, his ability to control and manipulate Christopher.
I've been trying to do what you said. Feel the fear and do it anyway, without chemicals.
When Christopher calls Tony to wish him a happy belated birthday, we transition from Tony hanging up on Christopher to walking to the truck with a bag and hearing Nika singing a nursery rhyme about the ducks. It makes me think of Tony and how Tony may feel like another one of his ducks is getting increasingly out of reach.
Yeah.
Hey, T, it's me. Just wanted to wish you a belated happy birthday.
Somebody I've been bringing along to insulate myself from the stuff that could bring down a boss. Now, maybe, between me and this person, there's divergent agendas.
Sorry to hear.
4 little ducks went out one day over the hills and far away.
But what exactly does Tony mean by diverging agendas? We know he wasn't happy to hear about Christopher hanging around Juliana's skiff, but that's over now. So what agenda does Christopher have that's in conflict with Tony's?
Seriously, though, I'm very proud. Whatever else happens, you made a movie, Christopher. Nobody can take that away. 100 years from now, we're dead and gone. People will be watching this fucking thing.
You know how much Imperial vodka I scored just from this party alone? I had a couple of cases put down in your card, too.
The agenda of living a more stable life? The agenda of not fully relying on Tony?
Huh? He's drunk.
Him? No way. It's in recovery.
Oh. Well, if you recover your fucking balls, give us a call. We might like to hang out.
The business.
You're gonna jinx me? Toast for water?
It's club soda. What's your problem?
You got the problem, my friend. No, seriously, it's not funny. He's a 12-stepper, right?
Yeah, you know that. That's right.
Maybe he can take another couple of steps out the fucking door so we could have some fun.
What do I want to achieve? I want to be in total control.
There's no such thing as total control.
Tony's leadership style as a mafia boss depends on total control over people, over their loyalty.
But there was a woman. She became a problem to deal with, and I sided with him. She was out of my life. I think that's when the relationship between me and him got poisoned.
The 12 steps are built on giving up control.
Maybe you shouldn't do that one. Well, let sleeping dogs lie.
That's what I was thinking.
Come on, don't get pissy now. He's just having a joke, that's all.
Sobriety's hard enough work without having to get mocked for it.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Why don't you have a fucking drink, will you? Because you're driving everybody crazy with this shit. The fucking higher power yammering and the sweets and the key lime pie and the...
I don't know about you, but my friends have abandoned me.
Because when we drink and we use, we are not pleasant to be around.
But on the other side, they think Christopher's a drip when he's not drinking. And we know when he's drinking, he ends up using. See the problem here?
You know, he's been drinking, so he's probably fighting that heroin urge again. Is this all there is?
Yes, welcome.
Hi, I'm Chris. I'm an alcoholic and drug addict.
Hi, Chris.
My boss, you know, for all his bullshit encouragement, how he respects what I'm doing, the reality is he resents my sobriety. He's an enabler too, this guy. The worst fucking kind. Pours you a drink with one hand. judges you with the other if you take it.
This is how you repay me. I gotta worry if you're gonna flip over a nickel bag of white powder. You're going in. You're staying in.
How's that wine? Good?
It really is. I gotta say, you should toast your wedding at least. Your kid?
Discipline, that's all. Set limits for myself.
Tony tells Christopher he has to be worried every day that Christopher's gonna flip over a nickel bag of white powder, so you'd think Tony would be ecstatic with Christopher's new sobriety. But the problem with sobriety is that Christopher starts to see other things more clearly.
We're gonna take out Carmine Lupatazzi.
Johnny Sack's gonna go to war, Tom.
No, he's not.
Look, seriously, think where you were just 3 months ago.
Discipline, moderation, setting limits. Maybe not.
You know, he's been drinking, so he's probably fighting that heroin urge again. Salud.
Salud. What are you doing?
Nightcap.
I said to myself that oath would be my higher power. That would be my strength.
Christopher faced two alternate ways of living, with Tony essentially as his higher power and dulling his senses through drugs and alcohol, or being sober and facing the reality of his life and the lives of those around him.
That code, that's a soldier's oath.
Because once you enter this family, there's no getting out.
I could see that.
But the problem is, nobody lives it.
They let you down.
It ain't the money, Tone.
Oh, really? Go have a live Ricky or whatever the fuck it is you're drinking these days, and we'll be done in a few minutes.
There's my other sober buddy.
Is that an FBI guy?
Your tax dollars at work.
That's my other sober buddy. He's talking about the FBI. When he's sober, maybe he could even help them.
You have any idea if I wanted what I could do to these pricks? One phone call and it's over.
If he's drunk or on drugs, he's not going to be much help to them, say, if he ever became a witness or something.
You know what I think? I think you don't come here for the sandwiches. I think you come because you miss us.
But sober, they'd love to be his buddy.
When I was using, I was a disgrace. Now I'm sober and I'm a drip. The fuck you want from me?
That's about being normal.
I don't know, Tony. It's like just the fucking regularness of life is too fucking hard for me or something. I don't know.
With Christopher's sobriety, Tony becomes less of this higher power figure to Christopher. Maybe not someone Christopher would continue to follow into hell. With Christopher's drinking and drug use, Tony worries about the legal ramifications.
Have any idea if I wanted what I could do to these pricks?
What if Christopher gets arrested and then talks in order to get a deal?
One phone call and it's over. The whole fucking castle comes down like Humpty Dumpty.
There's really no good option for Tony, from Tony's point of view. The first of those 12 steps for AA and NA, honesty. Now, let's think about the world where Tony Soprano is boss. The omerta, the code of silence. How can these things coexist?
But we met in AA. Chris, you're in the mafia.
Thanks for watching. Do you think that Christopher's sobriety was a threat to Tony?